Hi, my name is Persephone Rose, and this is your tarot reading. This tarot reading, I do all of these on TikTok before I pull together my thoughts and post one on YouTube. This is all of the cards that come out. The stack is this thick, almost as thick as my eyeball. This is 54 of the 78 cards in a Rider-Waite tarot deck. That is about 70% of the cards in the deck came out in this reading. And this reading was a lot. I am definitely a part of the collective in this reading, and so it was a lot for me to work through and shuffle and process because it can get to kind of a lot. There is mention of narcissism and mentions of death magic and really weird stuff. With this collective, there is an energy of tiredness and just kind of over it energy. And we are ready for things to move and change. In doing this kind of just energy read of the cards and of the collective, I try to figure out what zodiac signs are coming to me that apply to this reading. And it is just all of them. It is all of them. So we are starting off the readings. We're starting off the reading. This reading came in 3 parts, though. And when I did it on TikTok, and it feels like I'm crooked. I think that just might be the camera. So, we are starting off with the energy of you. The energy of the collective. And in the TikTok series, it was just all of the cards were all over the place, so I took the time in between doing that and doing this reading to calm myself down, because I needed to calm myself down because it was a lot, so it took time to ground myself, but I also took the time to figure out and rearrange the topics so they kind of flow together as one big video. So that's what I did. And so what is cool is we are starting off with, this is the energy of the collective, but what is cool in the whole video is we are starting off with pairs. The Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. And also, I consider the Hierophant and the High Priestess to be a set of pairs as well. But this is all one person. This is all of these cards, all of these pairs is the collective, is you. You have done all of the healing. What is over that in? Oh, that's just this card. You have done all of the healing and done all of the work within yourselves to have both counterparts within you. You are a magical, mystical boss babe, and you are a teacher and mentor, and you have guidance of the spiritual knowledge. You are a leader on both fronts. You are vibrant, you are confident, you are magnetic, and you can lead the people with, look at the camera, I have my computer that's doing all of my things right underneath the camera, but it's kind of at a slant, and I should figure out how to, like, rearrange the desktop, but I haven't had time to do that yet. You are a leader on both sides. The King and Queen of Cups. You are incredibly nurturing. You nurture yourself. You nurture the people around you. And you know your emotions. And you know how much of them you can handle and how much of them you can't. You are also the King and Queen of Swords. A card fell on the ground. I'm leaving that in. You are strong. You are intelligent. You know your intelligence. You can create and manifest ideas and put passion into the world. And you are the magician. You can create and manifest and mold all of these things into one magical, mystical boss babe. You are all of it. You are the it girl. You are royalty. You are also very heavily divinely protected because you have put in all of the work for yourself. I'm hearing protected and connected to both sides. You know the darkest parts of yourselves. You know your demons. And you also know, and so because you know all of that, you know how much good you can put into the world and how much good that, like, even others, like, look up to you. You have a good and kind soul that people want to look up to. They want to have. And you have all of that in one mystical, magical package, babe. You are the magician. And you are everything. And so with YouTube, I also pull oracle cards. This is the honeysuckle. Your life force attracts good energy is the phrase on this card. And it's because you are so in tune with yourself, and just, even though you know your dark side, you are just incredibly good-natured, and you have a big heart, and, like, confident and soft and kind and graceful. Because you have such a positive energy force, everything good will come to meet you at that energy force. Good things just tend to happen to you. Like, people, like, light up when you walk into a room because you are the light of the room. You are the life of the party. You are all of the things. But all of that has two sides. You can attract the light, but you can also attract the dark. So the next part of the tarot reading was groups and groups of people who were trying to come against you. There is an emperor in reverse, a karmic masculine who is highly narcissistic and highly controlling and incredibly self-loathing. This is a father figure, paternal energy. All of the words just blanked out of my head because this part, I am very much a part of this collective, as I said earlier, and this part was just really resonating with me and the things that I have been going through at this moment. There is a karmic masculine. And because he was so self-loathing, he wanted everyone to be as miserable as he was. He didn't like seeing joy in other people because he thought the world revolved around him. With narcissists often think that they are the center of the universe. Everything should be about them. their energy, nothing else matters but them. And so because you had such a bright, shining light, he couldn't stand that. And this is a very familial paternal energy. So you two were always constantly in orbit with each other, especially if this is just like a biological father energy. You lived in a house constantly with each other, so you were constantly around this energy, and the more he was around you, the more he hated himself because he couldn't be you. And so instead of trying to figure himself out and better himself, he locked himself away. He didn't want to be vulnerable. He thought that he could control you, hold on so tightly and control every aspect of you, how you looked, what you wore, where you went. This is bringing up a lot for me. He thought he could control every part of you. But the thing is, he couldn't do that. Because ultimately, you are your own person. You can make your own decision. As much as he wanted you, this collective, I feel, is a very feminine collective. So it has taken, because it is a very feminine collective, we have all of the feminine qualities within us, and it has taken us time to find the masculine qualities and blend the masculine qualities with the feminine. And so once you found the balance within you and the light within you, you left. You didn't want to be around this energy anymore because you knew it wasn't for you. And so you left. You just said, bye. I can't be here anymore. We're going no contact. And so because of that, he is going through an awakening. You have both have had an awakening. You awakened to his true nature. There was a moment. Well, there was a bunch of moments. There was a bunch of small moments that led to the big moment that was like, oh, as much as this is a father figure to me, I can't be in this energy anymore. So you left, and now that you have left, his whole world is crumbling around him. Because he couldn't find the strength within himself, everything is failing for him. Everything is crumbling apart. He made the choice, and he made the wrong choice with this Two of Swords here. He chose the Two of Swords is ultimately about a stalemate, about being frozen at a decision. And he made the wrong decision. So now everything is falling apart. Things are being taken away from him. He is being so incredibly overburdened that he doesn't know what to do with himself. And he is becoming so stuck in his fear with this Nine of Swords here that he doesn't know what to do. And so with these two cards, these are the two cards that are left of this pile, it feels like he is abandoning all hope and walking towards the worry. Now that he has nothing left, now that he can't focus on you, he can only focus on himself. And so, this karmic narcissists do everything in their power to not focus on themselves. They have so much self-loathing and self-pity just for themselves that they can't handle how small they actually are. So they try to make themselves as big as possible through their image and through the people around them. But because you were one of the only truly good things in their life, he doesn't have anything left. All he has left is himself, and narcissists will try to avoid that at all costs. And so now that everything is falling apart, all he has to do is sit in his cycle of shame and worry and self-loathing, and his whole life is falling apart. He is falling to pieces. Money is flowing in the wind. He is just hemorrhaging money left and right, with that Ace of Pentacles coming out, especially in reverse, and all of his relationships are falling apart. And because you left and there was no really goodness around him, everyone is now truly seeing him for who he actually is. And so his whole image is also falling apart. And I am also just taking a moment to process this, because this message just heavily relates to me. And I know it doesn't feel like, when I read tarot messages, that people often relate, that the people giving out the messages don't often relate the message to themselves. And it is mostly because they are trying to reach a public, and sometimes the public doesn't like listening to, well, the public can listen to the people of the other stories, but if it's something like tarot readings are often, people are only looking for the things of the messages that they see in themselves. And I do that a bit too. I only really look for the parts, but it's just, this message for me is just really hitting close to home, because I have a narcissistic parent, and I've never actually said that out loud, but a lot of the tarot that I am doing is just therapy for me, and helping me get through all of the stuff that I'm dealing with. And so, especially for the past couple days, there have been readings about narcissistic parents like this, and it's just been taking me a lot to get through them, because it is something I'm dealing with, and I'm playing with my nails to avoid my thoughts. But helping share myself and share my story will help me heal through all of this, and that is what I hope to help you with through tarot, is helping you shed light on information that you might not have known or have had before, and in helping you figure out details that you can also heal and move on and move to a better place. I just moved the camera. And that is all I have to say about myself. Thank you for listening. I don't know if anyone even is listening. I've been posting for a week now, and nobody's seen my videos, and I know I'm not really promoting. I am kind of promoting, but I'm not. I am being in my head about all of this, and sometimes it feels as though people don't care. This tarot reading has just completely stopped, and it has become a video diary about me. But if anyone out there is watching, I'm going to keep this all in because it might resonate with someone, it might not. People might be having the same struggles as me, or I might be my own person. I often feel as though I am very singular, but this is me. I am Persephone Rose, and that is the name I chose for myself, not the one my narcissistic father gave me. And that felt really good to say out loud. I'm keeping all of this in because I'm not very good at editing, honestly, and I would think someone out there wants to hear it. But who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I'm just putting it out anyways, because it feels good to get off my chest. So let's get back to the tarot reading. It's really not going to get any better than that, though. Because there... So, you got away from your narcissistic parental figure. It does feel very much masculine with the, I think it was the King of Pentacles, which is kind of funny and ironic because the King of Pentacles is supposed to take care of your money and take care of your the things around you, but he doesn't know how to do any of that, so that's funny. But, so you got away from that. You thought you found a workplace that was really good, and you like melded with, and you gelled with, and like you were talented there. And you were really nice, and everyone liked you. But then, a Karmic Feminine came along, and this is someone who was higher up than you. I also relate to this part of the video. There was a Karmic Feminine who was one of the higher ups from you, and she saw your light. She was like, ooh, I want that. And guess what? She was controlled by the devil himself. I'm covering it up for censorship reasons. Because, like, naked. But a Karmic Feminine controlled by the devil himself. You thought you got away from Karmic Masculine, but nope. I'm sorry, I keep hitting the camera and it keeps moving. That is a completely different position. I don't really want to edit any of this, so it's just going to stay like that. And this Karmic Feminine saw your light and saw how good you were doing in your workplace. Okay, yeah, no, this is really bothering me. I'm gonna stop. And that's better. This Karmic Feminine saw your light, saw how brightly you shone, saw how well you performed. And they were like, I want all of that. So she tried to take it. How? Magic. This self-proclaimed witch, self-proclaimed opportunist, someone who takes what they want when they want without concern for others, tried to do magic on you, tried to destiny swap, tried to do death magic because they thought, well, okay, first they tried to destiny swap. They tried to take everything that was coming for you because they could see in you, they had their demons see into your future to see what was coming for you, and saw that your future was magical and was heavily abundant. You are getting to a heavily abundant future that's coming later in the cards. But saw all of that and said, she doesn't deserve it. I have done more work. This is an older feminine. I have put in more work. I have worked so hard. I deserve all of this. So she tried to take it from you and put it onto herself. Do we see what's wrong with this picture? But you are highly protected because you know your dark sides, because you've done all of your healing and are currently healing through all of the things. You know your dark side and you know your light side. So you have protection from all angles because both sides have taken a liking to you because of your good-kinded heart and your nature, your dark side. Demons like self-discipline. Demons like self-discipline, and so they see how self-disciplined you are and how, like, authentic you remain to yourself, and they were like, this guy, we've got to have that one. So you're protected on both sides. But for all of that work this witch did, her demons and the demon she sent out to do her dirty work, it didn't work. She didn't know that you were protected on both sides, and she didn't know how magical, mystical boss babe you actually were. And so everything failed. And when the destiny swap failed, and she was realizing that none of this was actually working, she took a step. Well, I was going to say she took it a step further, but she started on the ground and she decided to dig a hole. When she saw that she couldn't have you, and this might be in a romantic sense, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. When she decided she couldn't have you, she thought, I would rather have them dead than not have their light, than not have everything that was meant for them. She graduated to death magic. She tried to kill you on multiple instances. But you were so protected that it didn't work. None of it worked whatsoever. There was always an inkling that you were different, you were magical, you were more powerful than all the people around you, and guess what? You are. Believe it. Because you survived death magic. And so with death magic, it is a light with all witchcraft and magic. It's, if it doesn't happen to the person you want it to happen, it will then happen to you. It is a life for a life with death magic, because the person they sent death magic to didn't work. It is now coming back to them. And because they went after a divinely protected chosen one, people don't fuck with it. People don't fuck with the chosen. You don't fuck with the chosen one. It's gonna be so much worse than it already should have been. And so because they messed with the chosen one, their punishment is gonna be so bad. I'm getting stabbed to death with a needle. Getting torn apart by a needle. Bad. Just death by 1,000 paper cuts, then rolled like a body shot kind of bad. I don't even know what that image was. With the Seven of Wands, that's the Seven of Swords. With the Seven of Swords, I kind of got the image that she tried to stab you in the back, but the sword broke like a toothpick. She didn't want you knowing. Ooh. She didn't want you knowing that she was the one doing death magic. So that when your life was going to shit, she thought that you had a strong enough connection that you would end up going to her to, like, vent all of the things that's happening to you. And that in doing that, she would figure out more ways to get her hooks into you and actually, like, do the destiny swap. Which is interesting. The Eight of Swords came out. And it's... She wanted you to be so afraid that you would be, like, frozen and not wanting to leave the house and not wanting to go anywhere. And so, when she was looking into your destiny to do the destiny swap with the Akashic Records, which is what she tapped into, you can look over your whole life. So, she knew about all this stuff with this Karmic Masculine. And she thought that if everything was happening all at the same time, that you would be so overwhelmed. It feels like there's something in the throat here, which I was having that with the earlier reading. Or when I was talking about the masculine. Like, the throat was just so itchy and sore that, like, none of the words wanted to get out. And so, she wanted to keep you so frozen in place that you wouldn't go anywhere. And when you stay in one place, it's easier to find you. If you're always moving around, it gets harder to find you because you're more untraceable. But the thing is you weren't as afraid as she thought you were because none of it was working. With the Eight of Swords, all of the words are weird. It's because also I'm just still trying to talk and process through all of the things I was saying earlier. Still processing that while going through all of this. She wanted to slow your life down to a crawl. She wanted to make sure that you didn't get any more opportunities to do anything. That way she could keep you in your place, frozen in fear. So it would be easier to sink her hooks into you. Harry Potter. Yeah, but like, speak out. I am kind of all over the place because I am tired. She thought she could do all of these things, but she was unsuccessful. The Karmic Father will want to try to get you back into his good graces, but he will be unsuccessful. All of the people, because you are now stepping into your power and learning your full abilities and who you are meant to be, everyone who comes against you will be unsuccessful. So because of that, they will be incredibly unhappy because you were their white whale. They thought, oh, I do have water. Give me a second, I need water. Have you had water today? You probably got interesting mouth sounds because I was near the mic. There's the burp. You were their white whale. They thought that if they could get you to be just as lonely and loathsome and unworthy as they were, that it would be their greatest accomplishment. How low does someone have to be to say that making someone feel as low as they were is their greatest accomplishment? Anyways, because none of that worked, the rest of their life will be full of chaos and conflict and missed opportunities and everything spiraling down the drain. But that was the choice that they made. They chose to be this way. And the wheel of fortune still turns. It always turns, it never stops turning. It just depends on what cycle you're in. And for the karmics who come against you, it will be a bad cycle. For a while. But for you, and now we're coming back to you, this was your tower moment. This was your unexpected entire life shift, upheaval. I did midsection removal. That was probably Lilith. But you got your guts pulled out and rearranged, and you still survived. And that is a good thing, because it led to a complete and total transformation. The old you died. The part of you that was stuck in under that narcissistic abuse, that part of you died. And you are now stronger and smarter and more capable than they will ever be. And now that you are finding yourself, your justice is coming in. Now is your time for justice, babe. The wheel for you has turned from one of helplessness to one of abundance. You are entering an era of abundance. With all of this shit happening to you, I'm gonna pull. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna pull these cards because there were a lot of cards. So I'm gonna clear the slate for right now because that was a lot of the main section of the video. For all of that happening to you, you were like, too many things are happening at once. I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna take the time to figure myself out. And this is the time where we did a lot of healing. The hangman was a great long period of pausing. And the hermit came out, and this was incredibly deep root work, exploration and healing, and all of the chakras are now aligned. And so because we took the time to let go of our fear and do a lot of hard work on it, because we now have all parts of ourselves balanced. Do you remember earlier in the reading? Like, maybe 40 minutes ago? I don't know how long this video is. Remember all the way back in the beginning where I was like, you are the king and the queen of wands and the king of cups. And the swords as well. Remember all of that? You put in all of that work in this long healing period. Because you really didn't have anything to do. Because this Karmic Feminine did manage to stop your opportunities from coming in. But it only really gave you time to heal all the shit that everyone put you through. So, you didn't have much going on the outside, but you had a lot of stuff going on the inside. So because you put in all of that work, the world is at your fingertips. You are coming out a completely new person, and you have the whole entire world to explore. With the Two of Wands, I was getting that there are two paths for you to go on, and both of them are good opportunities, because you are looking towards the future, and the future is bright. And your battles are already over. The two people sent against you were two major tests to see how strong, because the universe wanted to see how strong you actually were. And you passed the test with flying colors. And so now, because of that, all your dreams are coming true. And the other oracle card that came through was Gone Fishing. You get to do all the things that you love. You get to do the things that you actually care about, because now that you're in a time for abundance, you don't really have the need to focus on societal things. You get paid to exist. I want you to repeat it and feel it in your bones. I get paid to exist. Camera's really far over, but just kind of doing this, just like, feels great. And so with your newfound emotions and newfound passions, you get to actually find the things that are for you. And I'm just now remembering yesterday's reading, where we've now got a lot going on, because we're now refining ourselves. Shoulder hurts. We're finding ourselves and we're moving. But with the shoulder pain also, it feels like we're moving too much. We're trying to do too much things. And so we have to figure out what is actually for us and what isn't for us. And this is what we are doing in this moment. So if you want to, check out yesterday's reading, because that will go into a lot more detail than I have time for now. And so now that we have figured out the things that are for us, there is a person coming in. And they have an idea, and we have an idea. And what will happen is a great synergy will come to meld the two ideas. And I'm hearing that this idea has the chance to change the world. Literally change the world. The star came out after this. You can change the world. And it is going to be great. I'm hearing that this idea will bring hope to all of the nations. Like, I'm hearing the next Nikola Tesla. Your feelings on Nikola Tesla may vary, but he did pretty great things. So, you can't doubt that. But also, I'm trying to figure out which direction to go in. This is more just you have found the balance within yourself with the Two of Pentacles and Temperance. These two cards are both all about balance, and there is balance in the self and in the people around you and like with your environment. And because you have the balance within you and because the people are coming forward to give you new ideas, things are coming to fruition. You can now see them in the 3D. And someone, this may or may not be the same Page of Swords energy. But I was also getting with this Page of Cups that this is someone who is coming in with an offer to help, not take care of you, as in like, it might be in a romantic sense, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, as everyone always says, but this person will help cultivate. This might be the same person as the Page of Swords, because this person will help cultivate all your ideas into... I think that was just the Emperor that was the karmic. For a while, I thought it was the King of Pentacles, but that's the King of Pentacles. So, it's not that. But this page, this person coming in will help upgrade every part of your life. And so we are just ending with this. The Chariot and the Sun. As long as you remain authentic to yourself, you will be victorious in all things. I feel very serious saying that, but that is a very serious thing. It's because all of things that we have gone through, we can feel as though that we are belabored to our past, and that our past will be the only thing that is necessary for us. But we are more than just our past. We are healing from it, and we are growing and changing, and that past is someone who we don't really know anymore. We have grown and changed past that. And so now that we have victory is coming for us, and everything that we do, if we remain ourselves throughout it, will be victorious and will become everything that we want it to be. I'm just hearing the phrase, the past does not define us. We are not who our past is, and that's... I think that's an affirmation that I'm going to start saying, because I forget it sometimes, but the past does not define us. The people we used to be in our past life do not define us. The people who used to be in our energy isn't all of who we are. And I'm kind of just running away with that. I don't entirely know where I'm going, so I'm going to shut up before something weird happens. Just trying to see what else comes forward, and it doesn't seem like anything is. So that is where I am going to end today's message. It was a long one, but if you've made it this far, then good for you. I honestly didn't think people would make it this far. I hope you have a good day, and I hope the universe... I was mixing up words there. I hope you remember that the universe loves you, even if it feels that nobody does in this moment. The universe loves you and wants you to take care of yourself. I know I don't normally ask, but if you want to do all of the clicky subscriber things, that would be cool. I feel like I've done the tilty thing the whole reading because I'm just really close to the mic and I have to figure out what to do with my head. I have gotten weird. That's how you know this message is too long. I already said goodbye, so I should go now. So that's what I'm going to do. I will see you tomorrow.